And now TSPN presents Open Mic Friday with Mike Spence and Butter.
Thank you for joining us with Open Mic Friday. I'm Mike Spence, and I'm here today with Upcountry Chairperson Lynn Morgan of the Upcountry Community Council. And welcome, Lynn, to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank
I know
you.
You just drove all the way back from Sacramento to be with us here today. And,
Yes.
You know, there are a few issues that are facing our upcountry residents, but lately, a big one
Yes.
that's come to the fore has been the Payless Market.
Yes.
And the potential sale of a market that serves our community.
Yes.
And why don't you tell us a little bit? I know we had a meeting here last week, and why don't you tell us a little bit about what was happening?
Thank you. Last Monday, the 8th. It was our normal monthly meeting for the Upcountry Community Council, frankly, which we had already scheduled our Chief Probation Officer for the county, Mark Bonini, and he did come for a few minutes, but just a few days before that meeting, we got word about the potential sale of this IGA market that so many of us up there depend on. More than 75% of the citizens upcountry are 55 or older and have a very difficult time driving to Jackson for fresh food, and so we rely on that. It's a great little grocery store, and we heard that it was potentially going to be sold. So we quickly called a meeting, and we had 150 people attend our meeting, which is the biggest
Huge
ever.
turnout.
Huge turnout for us. And a lot of people spoke very civilly. A few were, really upset and just needed to vent. But what we concluded with was we formed a task force with just a handful of people. And that task force is led by a former police chief of Jackson, a man named Dick Lockhart. And we've already met once, and we've decided, and we'll be meeting again tonight. What we're going to be doing is within the next couple of days, we will have a form petition. And we will actually be setting up a table outside of the Payless Market to get customers to sign it. And the petition will essentially, in simple terms, say, this is what's happening, save our store, sign this petition. And our goal is, and frankly, we're also going to try to get the petition mailed to road associations, churches, you name it, every way we can get these petitions out to people up there, because there are about 5,000 people up country. And what we will do is compile those petitions, and we hope it's a huge stack, and we will send them to the CEO of Family Dollar Stores,
Right.
who is the potential buyer.
You're not trying to communicate to the owner of the market that he shouldn't sell the market. Obviously, it's a terrible loss. I
Yes.
live up country. I'm over
Yes.
55, so
Oh, I'm
I think
in
our
the same boat.
residents.
Yes.
I think our residents are even a little bit older than my age, but
Yes.
it is, especially during the winter.
Yes.
It's hard to get down to Pine Grove to get your staples, and people are concerned about meats and produce and all the staples that they need in terms of having a market that has served our community for quite some time,
For a long time.
since I've been here. And the issue seems to be, I have been watching it and following it. I was just reading the article in the paper today, but the idea of telling a business owner, boy, you shouldn't sell your business because it's such a critical resource to the community, but of course they have the right to do what they want with their business. And then you put together a petition that, could potentially hurt the sale. So there's always that divisive issue between the people throughout the county. How do you see that happening?
Exactly. There have been a few private conversations by some critical people with Mr. Young, and he did not put the store on the market. There are some people feel sort of possible predatory sort of.
Let's just say that's the way I read it in the newspaper
Yes.
today too. That
Yes.
Not strong-armed, but when somebody comes into the market and they say, with any business,
Yes.
Hypothetically, hey, I'm thinking about opening up a store across the street, similar in vein, and
Yes.
and then you think, well, I'm in a business that if somebody takes 10% of my profit margin away, I'm out of business.
I'm
Even a
out.
small percentage. Grocery stores don't operate on a huge
No,
profit margin. So even
they
if
do
they
not.
took away 5-10% of his business, he saw the writing on the wall there. Obviously, you would see that.
Yes.
I wouldn't say in this case, I don't know. I'm just speculating. But you wouldn't want somebody to come in and open up a competitive business. So it
No.
really left him little choice. And a lot of people decide they're retiring. And in his case, I heard maybe there was divorce. You hear all these different things,
hear all
different
these
reasons.
rumors. Yes.
And you really can't tell somebody you shouldn't sell your business or can't sell your business.
No.
It'd be like telling somebody, okay, I'll agree, but you can't sell your home. You make an agreement with me that you won't sell your home either.
That's it. You're exactly right. And that was a large part of the discussion. Some people in the meeting didn't understand why the Board of Supervisors couldn't do something. Well, it's the same answer. We really, certainly government and even a group of voluntary citizens that don't want it to happen cannot prevent a sale between two private individuals. I did go to Susan Grijalva, County Planning, to ask her, was there any county approval if this happened? And she said, not if they're using the same zoning, absolutely none. No public input needed at all. And the understanding is they would not change the zoning.
Right.
So, but we have, obviously, the young family knows what we're doing. They know that we are about to, in fact, we're about to put up two signs on the highway right across the street from the market, saying, look for the petition, sign the petition, and the family is aware of it. They obviously are in a very sensitive situation right now. I believe they're in escrow or something similar to that, so they really can't comment at all. But they are allowing us to put up a card table in the parking lot.
And it does sound like, to backtrack a little bit, that the sale has entered into the process in terms of inspections being done, and it's moving along. And
it's in the works.
It's in
That's
the
way it
works,
was
yes. And
talked.
you usually don't find out about things until they are completed. So it's
Right.
good that residents are being proactive.
Yes.
And you've been keeping people very well informed. And before
Thank
we go
you.
to the break, I would like to say, I've been a resident upcountry for the past 7 or 8 years. And I think that's when you started with the Upcountry Community Council. And there were a lot of people that thought, well, this isn't an elected representative body, and there was all that. But I have to really give you credit. You've been doing this for 7 or 8 years, and I know that there are a lot of people upcountry who really feel that you've done a great job, not only personally, but for them.
Thank you so much.
Representing them. And,
Thank you so much.
you watch as things go. At first, people think, well, people are not elected, they're representing, and, all
Yes.
that was a big issue, and I think you've kind of overcome a lot of that.
Well, thank you
And,
so much.
just by the hard work that you've been doing for so many years now, and it's been probably 7 or 8 years now?
Yes.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
And it's great.
Appreciate it very
It's a
much.
great, we have a wonderful supervisor in Ted Novelli.
Yes.
And, but boy, we need extra, we always need additional, I can't keep track of things here at the station. I need everybody's help to kind of keep things moving.
You bet.
It's hard to just do things, one individual to
Yes.
know exactly everything that should be done and know about all the issues. But we're going to come back and talk more about the Payless Market, some upcountry issues.
Great.
And we have time to do that. And there are a couple of different issues that I want to chat about too, but this is more of a loose profile show. This isn't the news, so we can
Okay,
talk
great.
about anything we want. And I
Sounds
just want
good.
you to be comfortable. Thanks for coming. We'll
Thank
be
you.
right back after the break, so please stay tuned.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.